Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. We're here with Art with Oscar, and Oscar, for those of you who don't know, he the artist on Eddie is Doomed, and the colorist on that also. But he's also the colorist on Heroic Tales. He does half the color. Daniel De Silva does half the coloring, and Oscar does the other half. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, fine. I like the new trailer.
Yeah. Kyle Prometheus just sent me a new trailer. I want to shout, meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, I'm still out there waiting for entrance.
Do you want to?
No, to the Hall of Justice.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is our third time doing this. I think this is kind of fun. So anything you want me to do? Anything you want me to say before we begin?
No. We can start to the lesson.
Okay.
I don't know if there are something out there listen to us.
Yeah, we got 5 people already. Just doing it. They'll trickle in. Anybody listening? Just say something in the chat so we could make sure that you can hear us, that you can see us, that everything's okay.
Yeah, if you want, if you have a question, don't doubt to ask, and I try to answer it. Well,
Oscar and I were talking this week. Oscar, you were an art teacher.
Yeah.
I officially taught art. That's cool.
Yeah, I was a teacher since I was a student in visual arts. I pay my half of the career with doing art with the children in my school.
Cool. So
yeah, later when I start working in animation and video games, I start to teach animation and character design in some universities here in my country.
Okay. So, all right. Do you want to start? We got 10 people watching now.
Yeah. Well, I want to continue the previous lesson and make the how to make faces. Yeah, the how to construct the simple shapes and how to draw eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and hair. In another lesson, in the next lesson, I will to try to teach how the expression works. Okay. Yeah, but we need first to dominate how to draw a face and how to move it. Yeah.
Okay.
In continuation with the previous lesson, we say it's all geometry. Yeah, and we have 3 anchor figures, like a school, like if it's the school, the head bone, and the torso and the pelvis. Those 3 are the anchor figures that move all the body. Okay. We need to concentrate in the head, like depends the style you want to draw. Like if it's too cartoony to children drawings, there are 2 types of drawing styles. Yeah, the first is the simple shape. We name the form of the head like a shape.
Okay.
And there are the simple shape that is a cartooning style based in just one figure. Like when I start working before the university, I start working with Sesame Street. And here in my country, in my state, open a playground, like a Disneyland, like a um, Universal Studios park, theme
Oh,
park
yeah,
of
amusement
Sesame
park.
Street.
Yeah,
Yeah, amusement park.
yeah, amusement park.
Yeah, and when they start to open it, I enter to draw all the characters and I memorize it. I live with them.
Okay.
They're like just imagine Ernie and Bert.
Yep.
Do you remember?
Yep.
I like those characters because they seem simple, but there is a lot of theory in making them. Like not just draw a character, uh, but all the design works for the the personalization. Look, if I want to draw Bert, no, Ernie, it's an oval.
Yeah, everybody said I look like Ernie as a kid.
Yeah, it's an oval. If you want to draw Bert, it's the same oval, but in vertical. Yeah,
Yep.
I use the guys we see in the previous lesson, and you indicate where the nose will be. It's this, these characters are so simple that there is all in the middle. But if you see, Ernie has the nose round, and Bert has the nose more oval. Ernie has
Yep.
the eyes oval, and Bert round. If you see the figures are the same figures for the two characters, but it's a little contrast. Yeah. So the what it means that they are close by his figures, are friends, but it's different personality, just changing something, but it's the same exactly figures. You know, Bert is angry always, and Ernie is always happy. Ernie has no eyebrows,
It's true. Bert is always angry. I never thought of that, but you're right.
and Bert has unibrow.
Yeah.
The the hair and the ears are practically the same. And
When I
we
was
had
when I
as
used
well.
to when I was a kid, I used to say Ernie was a hamburger and Bert was a hot dog.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Even the hamburger and the hot dog have the relation.
Yeah.
Are food and are the bread and are the meat are different, but it has a relation. These characters, the even if you see the sweater they wear, are complementary colors. So for a simple character, is just we use only one figure. Yeah,
Yep.
like the let me adjust this a little. Yeah, like the character I did the last lesson, so simple. If we can move this character, like if I want to move a bird, I don't move all the figure because it's round, don't take size and don't move. But this line is a curve, and this line is a curve, and in this line is the ear, the nose. We make it a little more 3D. And we can start move the figures in 3D. You know, uh, if we want to do comic related, not for children, you know, this kind of characters of simple shapes are more used for children related, like Powerpuff Girls or Dexter or I don't know, Gravity Falls. those characters simple for children. But if we want to make more semi-realistic, realistic, we need to understand how the spool or the face are constructed. Like if we know like inside of a head at a skeleton, and it has two parts, like this the skull and the jaw. That is simple. That's a composed figure. Yeah.
Yep.
Oops. And we got the guys. Then I established where the eyes, where the nose, where the mouth are. Oops. I don't make I don't want to make a lot of detail just to show how it's constructed.
Yeah, cool. That was cool.
If we see this drawing of the school, we need to erase layers to see exactly what we see. Thinking simple, we see an sphere and a cube, black tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to know the how the figures move. Like in the previous lesson, we established that if we want to design a character, we need to know the front side and the profile side. Yeah.
Yeah.
We in front we see an sphere and a cube, but not really in profile. We know the sphere don't change, but the jaw of a human is not a complete cube. It's like a 3/4 or a half. And the side figure is something like this. Yeah. That's here is where it's a little complicated for some people, because we don't, it is easy to move a cube, but when we try to move a cube with cut, the brain don't see it right, or say it's difficult. And I want to make a pause to talk about the power of the words. The words are very powerful, and in the first session we established that, and that most of the training we do is fight with our brain. Our brain is very lazy and want to do nothing, just breathe and with intravenous food to no make an effort, and everything we wanted to do, if it's difficult, the brain don't want to do it. And I hear a lot in of artists and people in streams that no, I don't do hand because it's difficult. No, I don't do. I try to do feet, but it's difficult. If you say it's difficult, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, the brain.
That's Rob
uh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Says
Yeah, I try not to say difficult. Yes, I there are things that are more need more hard work, but it's not difficult. If someone do it before, I can do it. Yeah, it's possible.
right.
I work with Renzo every day and painting his patient. I love the lines, the forms that he do, and he if he can do it, I can do it.
Right. Yeah.
You
You say things every once in a while that always stick with me. Like when you said, "Oh, talent just means you could do it. If somebody's talented, you could do it. It's just that it comes quicker to them." And I think about that a lot because sometimes I was like, "Oh, that guy's talented," like almost like it's no fair. But I can still do it. It'll just take me longer. But yeah. And now what you're saying, nothing is difficult. It just means it's a little bit more time consuming.
Yeah. No, it's not difficult. If someone do it before,
right.
Everyone can do it. Just you need to want it to do it.
Right.
And
like the song, there's nothing you can do that can't be done or something or whatever.
Yeah. I try to not use the word difficult.
Okay.
I'm just don't practice enough, or I don't understand the concept yet. But if I study, I interested in learning,
Okay.
I will do it.
I will take away from this. I like that. You always give me something to think about.
Yeah, when you say it's difficult, you put a problem in front of you.
Yes.
But you need to not to put a problem, but look for a solution. Okay, I had 30 years in the making of this every day, and I'm struggle yet with hands, with feet, with hair. I hate horses and motorcycles.
Everybody says motorcycles and horses are hard to draw, huh?
Yeah, but if I need to do it, I'm not going to enjoy it, but I can do it. I do it before, but it's not like I don't like to do it. Yeah, I don't practice enough, but if I work in some comic with Western, if I draw horses every day, then sometimes I'm dominate the form and the how understand how they move. I remember when I was working with animation, I make a Christmas commercial, and I animate the how do you say rhinos, Rudolph, the animals of
rhinoceros.
Yeah.
I
animate one of those, and when I play it, it looks weird, and I need to see a documentary of those animals to see how they work, and I understand. I was animated like a dog, and even if I had the right anatomy for those animals, the how they walk, it looks like a dog with the horns.
Okay.
But even in the drawing comics, it's the same. You can dominate the anatomy, but if you don't make the right pose, it looks weird.
How would you say rhinoceros in Spanish?
Rhinos.
Rhinos?
Rhinos.
Oh, I'm not, I can't roll my tongue like that. I'm an American. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Crenshaw says, a horse-a-cycle must be the worst then. If horses and motorcycles are bad to draw, then a horse-a-cycle.
Yeah. I animated the rhinoceros like this, and it looked weird. The horses move like this, and you can you need to study to the form, the anatomy, the how they work, the things for make a believable comic, not just draw for draw. You need to study. So it's not difficult. It's just I don't study enough. I don't understand the concept yet. But if I interested in do it, I will do it eventually. Even if I got 3 days, all day practicing, in the second or third day I will dominate. Yeah. But if I don't, I eventually I will dominate
Okay.
but it's not difficult. The other word is like working or sketching. The word we say to the brain to do a work. The word work is like for the brain is an effort. I like to say I'm playing with the pencils and the if I need to design a character, I want to play, and it's a lot. My brain say, okay, playing is fun, and it's more easy to do things like thinking like this. But if I say it's difficult, the battle is lost. Yeah, from the beginning. Okay.
I like the skull. It looks like the Doom Keeper from Eddie is Doomed.
Yeah, like I say, if we want to design a character, we need to know design it by front and in profile, and we see how the figures mold in compose each other, no? But if I want to move it, I need to know the 3D form of the two figures. Okay, we know the sphere. If we move it, don't change the shape. Yeah, but this figure is different because it's a cube. It's not like long like that. Has a little more short. In front is large. Put in the side had a cut. Okay, imagine this must be difficult. No, it is hard to think about it. But like I say, the things are not difficult. Just we need to understand the concept, how to think. We can draw, and to get the same result, we can do it like 100 different uh, different things to get to the same result. Yeah. If I try to move or think the figure with the cut already, in my brain will think is more effort. But if we think as a cube, totally cube, complete cube, we can move it and then we make the cut. When the drawing becomes more complicated is because we need to start to put a figure in front and other. If we want to move a body, we have like 150 figures at the same time. Yeah, but if we try to think in the 150 figures at the same time, my brain will will say you are insane, you can do it.
Well,
But
it's
we need
the
to
same thing in my
think.
job, Oscar. I'm a construction worker, so
Yeah.
we don't just build a building. We have little projects. We have little dates for little projects. We break the building down into little tasks,
Yeah.
and the little tasks, you know, it makes it easy to manageable. We hit that date, and then we do another little task. We do another little task. Next thing you know, the building is built. So I guess if you tell the brain, okay, we could do this. I don't know how you are, Oscar, but like when I have to clean, I get overwhelmed. Like I have this big basement here; it's filled with boxes, filled with comic books, and oh no, Oscar's coming over. I gotta clean. I freak out, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this little task. I'm gonna do. Next thing you know, it's clean.
No, but we are a different breed. When I try to clean my studio, I keep reading and just moving things from one place to another.
Right? Yeah.
It's difficult because I don't see this comic like a year, yeah, and I start to looking and reading and doing nothing of the cleaning.
Right. Yeah. We're more similar than not, Oscar. I'll start cleaning. I'm like, oh, look at this comic. I forgot about this. The next thing you know, I'm sitting reading it. My wife's like, well, I thought you were cleaning.
Yeah, it's very distracting the studio because I got a lot of things.
Yeah, I got a lot of look, I got a lot of stuff in my room too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said before, you remember in the first lesson that the method I use is called the Lego method.
Right.
Because it's the same. I just preoccupate for the figure I'm drawing, and I know I need to draw 150 figures, but I'm not going to draw it all the same time. I just move a finger and another and the and the arm and the shoulder and the torso, and I preoccupate just only for the figure I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, the concept of the intelligence that we talked before in the first session is exactly like that. I use my intelligence, my knowledge, to use the best option to get a thing done. Yeah, like I say, like 100 versions of doing. Sorry. This is the telephone.
Okay.
There are hundreds of variation of possibilities for go to the same goal, and the intelligence we want to use it to choose the best one. Yeah. Let me do it an example.
Okay.
If I want to draw a table, how I do it? How you do it? How you think to do it a table?
A table, a square. You make. Oh no, you'd probably make a cube, right? You make a cube and then make the lines.
Almost all the people we do the thinking of the parts of the table,
Right.
Like I'm going to do it first. The wood here, and just
that's the way I would have drawn it before you started telling me.
I use that and then the legs. Doing it like that is, if you have practice, maybe you can do it the right way. But if not, it's going to be use how do you say when it's not a square? Like it's
like a trapezoid or a diamond.
No. Like it's not even the all sides. Well, you know, if I do it like this, it's going to be look like a table, but it's not right.
Right.
The
It's a
table
little small.
is all the space he the all the space it how do you say, let me do it. The table, even if it is that that part is hollow or cube, all the space of a cube.
Right.
Yeah. Then I need to draw a cube, and then I I cut this, and I can do the legs for more even even the most right the form of the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think like that, you going to suffer and frustrating because it's not don't look right. Yeah.
Yes.
At the same time, how do you draw a couch, like a couch chair for
Like a
sitting
big
on?
like a big rectangular prism shape.
Yeah. If we think like that, we maybe we will say, okay, occupies all this all the cube space, and then I'm going to start to cut it like something like this, and then I cut it like this. I can draw a couch with this method, but it's more complicated. Yeah. Uh, um, in a table, it's more simple. But if I want to draw a couch, carving, or how do you say when you cut the cutting pieces from this, is more difficult. I can get the same result with this, but it's more easy to cut it in pieces. Yeah. First, the the part when I see it, and then maybe the legs, and then I add the other square that will be the how do you say, the where I sit, and then I can do the arms. And it's more easy. It's more easy drawing for pieces for complicated things. Like on a car, maybe it is more easy to do the shape, the physical shapes, because like a table, there are not a lot of pieces. But if I want to do a complex um figure, like a coach, or like a, I don't know, a lab object, maybe it is more easy to think it like a separate pieces. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this in the face, the figure is like that. If I want to move it, it's more easy to move it like a whole cube, and then cut it. If you are a beginner, is better to start like this, knowing knowing the figures, because if I move the difficult figure, I'm just make the sphere. And I can start to draw this, no? Or if I want to draw this this figure, let me do it more inclined. Like this, and then I use the sphere in the top of that, no? We when we dominate this figure, we can do it any character, because we just understand the process. Oops, sorry. We understand the process, and then we can to start to change the figures. Not always. Just if you wanted to do it like a human character, more realistic. We can start to do it with these figures. But if want to change a little of make different characters, we can start to change the figures. Like I say, it's a cube, or maybe it's a triangle, or maybe it's a trapeze, or maybe it's a, how do you say this figure, a rhombo?
Well, it's a square.
A diamond.
Diamond, yeah, I guess the diamond.
Yeah, you can start to change the shape of the jaw, or even you can change the jaw and the skull, and start to make make different characters, starting with the figures. I start to playing with the figures, and make how and try have to a character look like this with these forms, you know? Okay. When we have a established some shape for our character, let's start with this one. Yeah, this one is let me accommodate this. All right. If we want to start with this one, let me get bigger. Okay, the first I need is to establish how the profile is. Look like a simple shape. 3/4 is a long face, and in a jaw like this. Yeah. Then establish or guides in the middle one, that is this. I'm going to establish the eyes are here. The nose is where the is long as the circle of the school is, and maybe if I wanted to be a strong character, maybe the mouth guide is here. Because I wanted to be a little dumb or a little more evil, maybe the mouth is here. Yeah.
Okay.
When I start to draw a character, I establish the shape of the school, the shape of the jaw, the guideline where the eyes, mouth, and nose are, and then I will establish the shape of the objects like eyes, mouth, nose. With that, let me. I'm going to get more clear here. It's like when I draw in paper. It's like when I use an eraser, a smooth eraser to the lines don't see a lot. Okay, with this shape, I establish the eyes will be in this line.
Okay.
I use this like a sphere because are the shape of the eyes. If we want to draw the eyes, if we put the eyes out of the school, you're going to see a sphere, complete sphere, with the iris and pupils and the optic nerves. Like that's gross eye. What make what in the character make a unique eye is not the eye in sí, is the eyebrows. Yeah, think the eye like an orange, and we'll establish exactly like the theory we know already. You know, it's a sphere. How to move a sphere? We got the guide. If we want to move it to side, we got the guide. Yeah, exactly in the middle is the pupil with the iris, and we have from this point we got the eyebrow. Yeah, if I want to move the eye, the pupil and the iris is going to be in this, and in this point. Oops. There was in a side view. We're going to be like this, and we see the eyebrows like this. Of course, it looks like a complex drawing, but with the practice, I don't use exactly like that because it's a lot of work. Yeah.
I want to say, Don, how you doing, Don? It's good to see you. Don from Don's Draw Stuff is here.
I don't.
He always does the studio on Saturdays at 7 p.m. So that's tomorrow, and he's gonna have Dan Panosian on tomorrow. I love Dan. Good job, man. I can't wait to watch that. Can't wait to watch that tomorrow. Maybe I'll pop in. But if I pop in, I'm gonna stutter. I'm gonna get nervous because I'm a big fan of Dan, and I'm gonna be like all like mumbly and everything.
Nah, even if it's paid work, you need to have fun. If you don't have fun doing this drawing, it's not. No,
You're 100% right. For my first issue of my comic, Oscar was there from the beginning. He'll tell you how nervous I got. But this time around, I'm having more fun.
yeah,
Right? I hope you're having fun, Oscar.
yeah. I am having a lot.
Oh,
Fun.
that's on next week. Okay, I spoke out of turn. Next week, Dan had to reschedule. Okay.
Yeah, I keep the difference of if I start with doing the eye globes in the sketch, I do not need to establish the how the eyebrows work. No, it's like I want to do some Oriental. It's the same. The Oriental people has eyebrows too. Just the eyebrow is more closed. Like I said before, the theory or the figures are exactly the same, even if you want to do it some cartooning or some hyper realistic, it's exactly the same. You know how to style stylish, how the style you want it, and making the eye globe give me the hint of where the eyebrow is, no? Or if they got how do you say the ocular globes or the when you're old and making those back of
I don't know
behind.
what the exact word is, but like the bags under your eyes or the
Yeah.
ocular lobes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got the same pattern of the eye. You know.
Oh, we got an art question from High Lord Zart. First off, how you doing, High Lord Zart? It's good to see you. He
Hi.
says, I hear that a lot of artists will do the sketches of shapes all in blue to make doing the line art a bit more easy. I've started to pick this up myself. Is it worth doing?
It has to do with something when we don't have it a computers. I use it to draw with a blue pencil in paper, but it's not any not it has to be a specific blue. It's a cyan blue because when in the 80s 90s they don't have a scanner or a computer with a lot of resolution. This specific blue cyan don't reproduce with the photocopies or the scanner, and you can draw with the pencils over the blue pencil, and when you scan it, the blue don't use it, don't reproduce. Now with the computers and it's used for separate the sketch from the pencil from the inks. Yeah. Other artists use it a red pencil. I use it when I was in animation because the red when we draw in red, when we use the light box to draw or clean up the line in the with the sketches. The red pencil seems a little more than the blue pencil, so you can mistake on you cannot miss a detail from that, no. But it's for pre-computer art. Now it's just to separate the pencil from the sketch from the inks and that, no. I use a different layer for that. Yeah, if we can make a okay.
Excuse me.
You can make a female eyebrow using the
He's talking about the non-photo blue pencils.
yeah, this one. Right now it's just a fancy thing you want to do. It is like the ruler with little holes to letter a comic. It's just a fancy thing we know, but not so beautiful right now. Yeah, we can do a lot of difference from this different kind of eyes, just like using the eyeball, like femme fatale. The eyeball will guide us where are the thing, the eye, the pupil, the iris. Yeah, but we got the guide of this, like this one. I can simplify. It's a thing with the eyes, because if we want to do realistic, the eyes just the eyebrows just open and close. They don't move, they like a side. But when we are drawing comics, we can make a little liberty to draw it more moving parts to establish a expression. When I draw this, I like to draw a circle behind this, like a glasses or something. These circles represent the holes in the skull where the eyebrows eye globes are in. Yeah, because from this I establish where the how do you say the eyebrows? How do you say this part of the eye? The lashes?
The lashes, the hairs that come off the eyes, the lashes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The eyebrows are
eyebrows up, like this is my eyebrows up here.
Okay. Las
and then my
cejas.
eyelashes, which people compliment me on my eyelashes a lot, by the way, Oscar. Yeah, the eyelid is the skin that closes over the eye.
The eyelid. Yeah. When this hole in the skull I draw this circle represent that because it's the guide for the eyebrows. I know where how many how down or how up from this guide can be the eyebrow. Like if I want to make a this is my guide. Yeah. Okay. I want to do it the nose. And if you want to draw the nose, most of people do it with a triangle with a pyramid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, but this I think is most complicated thinking like that. I use this figure. It's like a rombo says here or diamond. I'm thinking of it like a 3D, and you have right side, left side, you have upside and downside, and I know how big is my uh, tip of the nose. Here are going to be let me
A nostril.
see the nostril. Okay. The nostril here and upside and in the downside of it, I can put the holes of the nostril. Yeah, it's more easy for me to move and draw a nose like this. I can put I don't remember how in English say this part of the nose, where are the cartilagus,
The bridge.
the bridge.
Yeah.
In Spanish is el tabique. Yeah, if I draw the nose with that figure, I can use it to move it.
Yeah.
Or even in the side. Yeah, I have the tip of the nose that is a little different. And okay. Look, it's more easy to see the form. Yeah, and in the side, we can do it like this. It's more simple and it's have more control. Like if you wanted to draw like a witch nose, maybe I going to do it like this. Yeah, it is more eagle. If I wanted to do it inside, my figure look like this. Yeah, if I like do Afro-American nose, this is the same figure, just a little bigger. The tip is a little more bigger and the nostrils too. But it's the same figures. Yeah. Let me draw. Oh, yeah. Okay. If I want to do it, the mouth is really easy. Um, we need to understand that even if I got reference from a photo for a photograph, we need to interpret it because if I if, just a sample, if I find a photo of a 15 years old girl and I wanted to draw it, but if she is smiling, maybe she got wrinkles in her cheek. If I draw that wrinkle, the drawing it's going to be like a 40 years old woman.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for a little wrinkle. Yeah, so we need to interpret it. Obviously, in the mouth, everyone, men and woman, have lips. But if I want to draw the lips on a man figure, it's going to be different race or more effeminate. Yeah. Uh, in a drawing for comic, you draw the line of the mouth. Yeah, maybe a little open and the down lip. Yeah, we can suggest, but if we draw the upper lip, it seems like a more like he paint the lips. He has the painted lips. Yeah. Uh, with the mouth, we use it like exactly like this. We need to a figure for reference, like a little cell. Like I said before, it's just like this is just like you understand the concept of how the figures is. But when you have a little practice, you don't need to draw all the lines, all the guys. So you can go a little faster because, like me, I have my half of life drawing. All these little guides and sketches, I do it in my mind. I skip steps for the things I really know. with the mouth, we got this little sphere that is the center of the upper lip. Yeah, and from here it is symmetrical. From here I do like this, like a little wing, and repeat symmetrically like this. Yeah, this is the line of the mouth. Yeah, with that I can make like a little sphere to make a lid. This is simplified or stylized lip. If I want to do it inside move it, I move the sphere. Yeah, I had this, but like a sphere, this is going to be short. And we start to see that it's not a straight line, it's a curved line. Yeah, and in the profile side, exactly like this. Yeah. We see use the one side of the lip. It's a simple shape, but it has a lot of kind of lips. The people maybe more round, maybe more square, maybe some of lips has like this shape, maybe it's a little thin the upper lip, or thin the two lips. It's a lot of variation. Just need to know how it works and then look for reference. Yeah, it's the same for the ear. The ear, like I said before, is like a fingerprint. No one has the same pattern of the ear.
Yeah.
Both has a general design that we can interpret it. Yeah, but we need to know how it works. In the drawing of the anatomy, we don't need to know exactly all the muscles, all the little details, but we need to know the simple shapes that the body has. Like this, if we had the skull here, we need to know that the cheek had these bones. Yeah, so we don't draw the bones, but the bones has a certain shape that the skin got them, like this. Yeah, if we smile, maybe we got the details of here. No, we got the in the jaw this little how do you say this part where the beard is?
The chin?
This, the chin. And if you study how the skin move when we talk, we see the patterns of the how figures move. Yeah, with the ear is like I compare it with the spoon. You remember I say the it's more easy to imagine or visualize the figures when we compare it with something we know already. Yeah, when the ears the shapes vary. There are different shapes. Like I say, no one has the same pattern, but has the things in common, like a spoon. Yeah, it's like a spoon with a little of the on the thing when you got it to eat the handle. We know how the spoon is. If we turn around the spoon, we're going to see the has a little curve here. Yeah,
Yep.
and even like this. There's a variations of shapes of this, but have the same the body, and I don't know, I don't remember how to say it in English. Within in Spanish is lóbulo, is the part of the ear where the earrings put it on. Yeah,
Oh, the earlobe.
the earlobe, the lóbulo. So we can interpretate this, yeah, this shape, and more round, more small, more when we are old, the earlobe loop is getting bigger and how sorry for my English,
It's okay.
but it is bigger and floppy.
You're not saying anything bad about my Spanish, so I'm not going to say anything bad about your English.
Yeah, almost so we have this figure here, and the spoon is like a bending like this. Here is our hole in the in the ear, and we had this pattern, some like a big wrinkle here, and another one up here that seems like an eye, like this letter, something like this. Yeah, if you wanted to do it more realistic, this is my simplified ear that I use. Then I make a little darker here because the shadow.
Right.
But if you want a smooth ear, you can just do that in works. Even you remember the Philistone? The Philistone has just like that, a little triangle
Right,
in it,
right.
just like that. You can interpret this, simplify when it's a little drawing, then you cannot put a lot of detail, maybe just with the smooth ear has, or simplify this form like this. When the ear is complete from profile, I it's funny because almost all the drawers, artists, use exactly the same. If you are in the front, you have the ear as here, and if you are the side, You are exactly the same like the ears of the Mickey Mouse. But if you got the side ear, it's like this. It's like a spoon. It's like a spoon inside, just like this, and has the all the hollow here is because behind the ear we have this. Yeah. Yeah. Not always like this. So I use this more simplificate. Yeah. And now the the hair. The hair is a little complex for most people, and you can approach in it in a different forms. Some can do it a lot of details like hair for a hair, but I use it to draw it like like if I was sculpting thing. I'm a sculptor with clay, and is it's the best form to understand the 3D in the drawings. Yeah, if you want to sculpt a hair, you can do it making little straws and put it one by one, and you're going to be eternal doing that. The best thing to do is like a table here. Use the space of the hair has. Yeah. Let me put it that one. Mm, like this. We need to start with how the hair works. If you got your hair cut just like bald, you will notice that you will notice a certain pattern with your head. Yeah, in the middle we have the ears, and something like here is a star or hairline with this form. Yeah, sometimes it's not like exactly like a triangle there. It's like I don't know, more flat. But we start with this form. Yeah, like if I want to do it here, maybe I yeah, if got age, maybe these are longer. We got the entrance of the hair, but we start like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the hair has a certain pattern to grow. It's like in the middle, grow for tubes, and because the hair is too thin, the weight is going to bend it. They do this pattern. So I when I start to drawing here, I start to doing the half, and maybe do some bulk. Let me draw another kind of like this to make the all the space the hair gas, and then I start to divide in parts, like maybe here got something like this, yeah. Then I had some bulk. Yeah, and this maybe is like an 80s, no 90s, the image kind of manga, American manga hair. Yeah. First the space, then I divide it in pieces, and then I can make some volume. Some of my art, I use it to do it like an animation, like a whole bulk, like a Playmobil or Lego hair. No? But if I do it like this, I can start to use it a little illumination. Let me do it in black. I can make a lot of detail, or I can just simulate the thing. Like I say, I can draw hair by hair, or use the bulks. Thinking where the light comes and where the shadows will be. In the 40s, 60s, 50s, they used this method. Alex Toth, Alex Raymond, are more simulate, like with the brush, to do it faster, and just simulate the hair. I like those kind of drawings. Now I feel that the most artists are losing time making details than using that time in storytelling. They want, and I understand, because there's a second business in the industry. The artists wanted to do art masterpieces, a splash page, double splash page, with all the characters with a lot of detail because it depends the detail of the action of the character in the page. They can sell it in conventions or from trade markers, you know.
Yep.
And the storytelling is from second place. Yeah, it's like that, and like the noses and the and the ears and the mouth. You need to know the basic shapes, how they works, and then look for reference because there are a lot of possibilities, a lot of variants of the same object. A lot of ears, a lot of nose, and the variations we use in this can make a different character, you know. Maybe I can do it like they use a shape that it is it seems like an artist from here and singer Alex Lora with a curly hair. I can start to make some texture. Use the eraser to make more texture. So use a brush. Normally, I sketch. I sketch like this to give me an idea what I'm doing, and then in another layer, yeah, I define more the texture. Like it's digital is not important to make in the pencil stage all the texture are the details because I can do it with ink. It's a double work. Do it in a sketch or pencil. Renzo do it. I don't know why. Look and like this. In profile, I use this. Maybe I can make it in the profile that the nose has a little bump in the bridge to make more personality.
Old Dirty Fatty says to learn the ideal form first, then you make all the variations later. Do you agree with that?
What? Learn from the ideal versus you can make. Yeah, it's an exercise. I use it to say to my students. They do it. If you want to do comic, you need to dominate first the simple figures. As an example, I don't like the people trace. Good copy is good because you are at the moment you are copying another artist, you make like a little reverse engineer. Yeah, if I can copy all a comic from an artist uh, with the simple figure, not the expression, not the plots, not the textures, just these figures, like putting use spheres and cylinders and cubes. maybe put in guides. And not in detail, use understand the figures. But if we can draw something simple like this, and copy the poses, copy the storytelling of the artist of that comic, maybe Kirby, maybe Carlos Pacheco. I like a lot of his anatomy. Um, Maybe Byrne, that I had a lot of Byrne because I read and study constantly Eric Larsen, Alex Todd. No, I don't know what artists you like, but if you want to understand what the artists think, just not the all the shadows and the textures and the use the pose, and simple, not perfect. Just try to capture the storytelling, try to capture the posing, the the acting of the characters, not maybe not the eyes, not the mouth, not the hair, just something like this. And do copy all a comic. It's going to be mind blowing for your art, because you are going to practice, you're going to understand how the other artists think, why they do it that. You start to get aware of the storytelling, of the composition, why this character is here, why is that, or because why is bigger than the other. Then you start to learn in perspective, and is a good exercise to start to when you understand the how to move the figures, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a start to learn this first, and then you can go into to start to skip steps and do it more fluid and add more details, and most maybe you can do muscles, and maybe you can understand how the wrinkles on the clothes works, and maybe you can making start aware of the light and the body and the 3D and the materials and how they reflect the light, and then start to make shadows, and maybe you can understand Eduardo Rizzo, Mike Mignola, Chris Amni, Alex Todd, the master of the Jean Paul Leon, master of the shadows and the noir. But you need to start simple. If you want to draw like Alex Ross in the first week, you are going to be insane. Your brain going to shoot out. Yeah.
Okay.
You just start to move in cubes, cylinders, and spheres. Try to move it in every side, and then try to compose to start to compose. I use faces for that, because there are two figures, and I need to to compose those two figures to be one. Yeah, because the the first step to start to move all the body. Yeah, if I know how to move a sphere, I understand how to move a head. I understand how to move a shoulder. I understand how to move the torso, the all the chest bones, just for knowing a sphere. And it's easy to move a sphere, because don't change shape when you move it. If you start to move a cube, I'm going to understand the basic of perspective. that is simple but a little complex at the same time for the concept of the perspective. That the same thing, that the same size, when you put it in front and you put it at other aside, visually change the size. But with a cube, you start to understand perspective. Yeah, even with the cylinder, if you dominate cylinders, you can draw bodies like hell, like after and because almost all the figures are cylinders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, plus all the fingers. Plus all the fingers are more like a 20 cylinders in our body, no? To move it. And when you dominate how they blend together all these figures, you can draw from every side. You know, when it's easy for some people draw characters. When you get or you are for a revision portfolio, most of people make pinups and beautiful pinups, but it's just bodies with movement. No drawing comics. When you draw comics, the words, the most complex is trying to blend the character with the background. That you sit in a chair, you you walk in a street, you sit in a restaurant. Is the most complex because we can draw a table and we can draw a body separate, but when they interact, is more complex, or the brain going little insane with that. No, the most complex I think is two bodies hugging. When they have a hug, like kissing bodies, I feel it is difficult because you need to understand the proportion, so the arms are no longer or smaller than they need. No.
We're
Some
gonna have to
question?
stop in 5 minutes because at 8:30 I got another thing.
Yeah. Asking questions. Some have
Anybody
question
have
for this.
Anybody questions for Oscar? Anything you want to ask? I don't know. When you draw, like, say the same character. Okay, I'm just gonna say Superman because Superman doesn't have a mask or anything like that. If you draw Superman over and over, do you start with the circle, the cylinders, and do that same lines in math to make sure that
yeah. All the characters start the same. Would you need to, if he has a school, maybe I draw different Martian Manhunter in his Martian form.
Right.
But if it's Superman, it is human. It has power. It is powerful. Has a square jaw. Maybe if I do it more cartoony, I going to get the mouth a little upper, so the jaw get bigger and get the form of like a more powerful.
Already that looks like Superman.
Yeah, it is exactly the same. When you make a character design for animation or video games, you start with the shadow. no figures like that. Use like something like this.
Old Dirty Fatty wants to know, do you have a favorite art instruction book?
For basic drawing, I use it to like the Christopher Hart books. It's for children, but um, the Marvel Way, John Buscema art, how to draw the Marvel Way is awesome. It's a TV show. TV show is a girl from Korea, I think. She had a good book she wrote. I don't remember the name right now, but I use it to have the Hal Foster, no Ron Howard books, the anatomy books. They like it, but this is more traditional. Someone use breeches. I don't remember the name exactly from anatomy, but look simple. Look for simple things. The how to draw the marble way is awesome for simple thing. If you want to draw more specific, more professional, more muscles, maybe Barseer has some anatomy books. Good. I had. I'm going to later give you a list of books that I have that may help. If you want to theory of comics, uh, Framet Inc. I don't remember. It's an Italian guy. It's an amazing book. All the theoretical from Scott McCloud, the Will Eisner books. Yeah, it's a must. It's a bible for drawing comics. But those Framet Inc. are two parts. Framet King 1 and 2 from the same author are the framed perspective. That is a lot of perspective, and he used it to he has a lesson there from shadows and characters. It is a good books. But for basic how to draw the Marvel way, John Buscema is amazing in that book.
Okay, well, we got to stop now because I got to get ready for
Yeah.
clobbering time on the same channel in 15 minutes.
Just one thing. If you want to continue this like expression, like bodies, like anatomy, or you wanted videos for specific things, please write to John and let me know. Every 15 days, I try to come back. Sorry for my English.
Put any requests or anything like that, put it in the regular comments, because if you put it in the chat, it's kind of hard to see once the video is over. But
Yeah,
the regular comments, or you could DM me and message me on Twitter, or just leave a message on YouTube.
Yeah, because this lesson is basic. If you don't know nothing to draw, but maybe there are more artists here in our audience that wanted more like how to draw armors or cars or maybe character design. That is my specialty. Don't know. Let me know.
Okay, but I gotta go. I gotta get ready for my next thing. That's gonna be at 8:30 here. It's clobbering time. Everybody's welcome. Oscar, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome. It's an invite show. We're gonna be talking about Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon today.
I want to go maybe go a little later. I missed the Shadow the last show. Is one of my favorite characters. But I miss it. Well, I see you later.
All right.
You guys.
Thanks a lot. I love this. This is so much fun for me. I enjoy this. I could, I tried not. I always talk too much, so I was just trying to let you talk as much as you want. But see you, everybody. Bye bye.
See ya.